What's up? What's up? What's up? Can y'all see me? I mean, well, I know y'all can't see me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, can y'all see me okay? I know the lighting here is a little bad, but I'm still in my hotel room. I have the, hold on, let me turn this light on. That might help a little bit. I don't know if that helps any, but okay, well, I don't know if that helped any, but hey, Abby, I'm so glad you're here. Abby, you're a managing mod. Can you close the gates, please? Can you set the membership? Subscribers. People have to be a subscriber. Can you set it to at least 20 minutes for me, please? I wasn't able to set it before I went live, but I don't want no trolls. I don't want no mess. And for my mods, if y'all could please, if anybody comes in here trolling, just get them out. We're not doing it today, okay? We're not doing the trolling. We're not doing any misgendering. We're not doing any of that. So we're here to talk about T.S. Madison and the good time I had last night, and I don't want no bull hockey. So if y'all can do that for me, please, I appreciate that. Hey, everybody coming in. Hi, let me just say hi to everybody that's coming in. Let me put the comments up on the screen. So as you guys know, for those who don't know, I should say, I'm in Pittsburgh. I was supposed to be on my family. We were supposed to be at the beach this weekend for our family trip, but that didn't happen. Thanks, Abby. Thanks, Boo. But that didn't happen. So so I decided to come up here. I knew that T.S. Madison was going to be in Pittsburgh. I forgot when she announced it, but I was like, oh, I want to go. I want to go. I knew James was going to go, but I thought I was going to be at the beach this weekend. So when we ended up canceling our family trip for a whole nother, it's the easy. We canceled it because Sunday is Men's Day at my mama's church, and my daddy and my nephew are in the choir, and they had choir rehearsal and stuff. So anyway, we ended up doing that. So I came up to Pittsburgh because I'm always ready to see James, and I'm always ready to see T.S. Madison. So last night was a good time, full stop. Had a good time, met some great people. I laughed, all of that. It was at the City Winery. So I've been to the City Winery in Atlanta. Me, Abby, L. Teddy, and Kiss My Cheeks went to the one in Atlanta like 2 years ago. Abby, was that a year ago or 2 years ago? I forgot now, child. So we had a good time. But it was something different about it. And I almost wasn't going to do a review because y'all know I normally give y'all my review on what happened and how it went down. Now, you know what? I should have got up this morning and drove up there to see you. I really should have. I thought about that. I was like, I could have got up this morning and drove up to see Benji and Nay, but I would have only been able to stay for a couple of hours. But whatever. I should have done it. But anyway, I'm going to get up there to see y'all soon. But what I decided was I'm going to talk about it because last night was different, but not in a bad way. Let's start at the beginning. When you went on the City Winery website to buy your tickets, the show wasn't even listed as, y'all know I don't like saying that word. So the show wasn't even listed as PHAG Talk. Y'all know that. Y'all know I don't like saying the word, but it wasn't even listed as that. Now, I have bought tickets in DC. I bought tickets in Atlanta. Have I bought tickets in Baltimore? Don't remember. But every time I bought tickets, it's always listed as PHAG Talk because that is the name of the show. It is T.S. Madison. It is Craig, the writer Stewart, and it is their show, right? Well, when you went on the City Winery website, it was listed as Conversations with T.S. Madison. Thank you. Thank you. The person that said they love my hair. Thank you. JH. Thank you. So they already let me know something is different about this. Something is different about this, right? Because I was like, why they can't say the name of the show? And I don't know if that was something that they were made to do or that was something that they chose to do, because let's be real, Pittsburgh is different. I told y'all before, when I drive up to visit James or go see my niece in Detroit, when I drive up, I come through, they are whole billboards. There are whole Trump billboards, right? It's a little more conservative up in these parts, right? And so I was just wondering if did they have to change the name, or was that something that was done? Like, that was my first thought. But then the bridge was lit up in the pride colors last night, so I was like, well, maybe not, So, they had an issue with the city winery, the one specifically in Philadelphia. I think they got it. Well, clearly they got it straight because they still do a lot of their shows at the City Winery. So, but also remember the City Winery is a franchise. So each City Winery has a different owner. But yes, they did have an issue with specifically the one in Philadelphia, but I'm assuming they got it straight because they're still very much using City Winery. So they had an opening act. They had a drag queen. I forget her name, but I tagged her on my Instagram. She sang live. A lot of times drag queens, they they are lip syncing and they're giving a performance. But this, she sang live, and that was nice. I loved the color of her dress, the silhouette of her dress. Baby was snatched in that dress, okay? And so that was nice. She sang Like Home, Stephanie Mills. She did it very Broadway. Like, you could tell she's a Broadway kid because she did it very Broadway. Can y'all get these? I see some trolls. Can y'all get these trolls out of here? I'm on both things. I'm on a horizontal and a landscape. So can y'all please and thank you. Abby, did you close the gates on both of them, the horizontal and the because child. Anyway, I'm not gonna get distracted by the chat though. So that was nice. TS usually has an opening act, and that's cool. So that was cool. And then Miss Mary came out. So Miss Mary was here. So it's always great to see TS's mom. Miss Mary was here, and she looked cute, baby. She had on her little blue wig. Giving Lil' Kim realness. Her face was beat. Okay, so Miss Mary looked really nice last night. Craig, y'all know Craig is always gonna rag. Listen, Craig he know how to wear a garment. Listen, Craig. I can't even tap the screen like I like to. Craig, the writer steward, know that he know how to wear a garment. Be tailored to the gods, okay? So he looked really nice. He had on red and black, okay? So Craig was giving Craig last night. And then TS came out. Baby, listen. TS has lost weight. She is y'all can go over her channel. She's very candid about her weight loss journey, her health journey. Baby, TS Madison looked good. And she had on this like cat suit, like, baby, listen, she was snatched. Had on her little blonde, honey. Looked real cute last night. So for those who've never been to a live show, it's very much like their show on YouTube. It's a current events. They get into the things. They're shady. They're funny. They have great chemistry together. And so they were starting off the show. Mo was there, Mo was there, honey. While Mo said, "Good evening, Baltimore." I don't know where the hell I don't know where Mo was. But Mo wasn't in Pittsburgh last night because he talking about some good evening, Baltimore. So, the crowd had to get him together and let him know he was not in Baltimore, that he was in Pittsburgh. That was funny. Now, the first thing I noticed, not Mo was slow. Now, the first thing I noticed was the audience. I can honestly say that I feel like I have never been to a T.S. Madison show where there was white people. And that's not to say that she don't have white fans. I'm just saying I've always gone to a show in a, probably a black market. So DC, Atlanta, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I did see her in Baltimore. I have seen her in Baltimore. So DC, Atlanta, Baltimore. So when I walked in the room, when I got there and when I walked in the room, I was like, oh. Oh. I said, oh. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. I was, Lord, they go that dinging. Okay, they go that dinging again. But I said, okay, well, I mean, cool. Like, well, I know, Ravine. I know. I know. So that was different. Okay. So the name of the show was different. Even though, all the signage and stuff still said PHAG Talk, the signage and everything. But that was different. So we started off, the first story that they were going to talk about was Whitney Houston, which, of course, they talked about Oprah and Whitney, boom, boom, bam. I don't think we got past the second story. I think the second story they were going to talk about was, it was Whitney, and then what was the second story they got to talking about? Billy Porter. Billy Porter saying that he had to get escorts. He hired escorts to teach him how to bottom. So, but here's where things were different last night. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I tagged TS in this, and y'all know sometimes TS watches my reviews. Sometimes she even drops down. I would say this, y'all. Last night was really a conversation. It was called Conversations with T.S. Madison, and it really evolved into a conversation with T.S. Madison. Child, I'm not going there with Billy Porter. I'm not going to go there with Billy Porter. I'm going to let Billy I'm just telling y'all what the story was. I'm not going there with Billy Porter. I'm going to let Billy Porter have his conversations over there about what he had and how he had to learn how to do the things he was trying to do. I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't have nothing to do with Billy Porter. I want Billy Porter. I still want Billy Porter to explain to me why he got his top teeth done, but not his bottom teeth. That is what I want him to explain. I don't care nothing else about the rest of that. Until Billy Porter can explain to us why he only got the top part of his mouth done, I really don't care nothing about nothing else Billy Porter got going on. I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. That's just me. Now, somebody else might care. Oh, hold on, y'all. Okay. Now that's just I'm just sorry. That's just me. Now other people might care. But from there, the conversation started evolving into, it really became a really good conversation on sexuality, pleasure versus lifestyle versus identity versus, and it really was a really, really good. What's up, powerful? I'm talking about it now. Because again, I've been to other shows and we generally, there's usually a point where we get into those kinds of things. But here's what I saw last night. I got a troll in here. Can y'all get that person, please? Here's what I saw last night. That situation with the DL Whisperer really, 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 really has affected T.S. Madison on a level that I think last night she let us in and let us really understand how deep that situation went and how hard that situation was. I mean, Miss Mary was in the back crying when TS started talking about it, and she was talking about how angry she was. And I'm gonna be honest, I did not know where the whole thing started with the DL Whisperer. I didn't understand where his venom came from, other than just his homophobia, his transphobia, his just hatred. I didn't know where exactly it came from, but it started when she did that interview with Nene, when she was on Nene Leakes show, and she said that she doesn't date gay men, that she dates men who identify as straight. Now, let me say this. We've had this conversation with when EJ Johnson said that he dates straight men. But I do remember when and maybe stuff goes over my head because certain things don't bother me. My thing is this. If T.S. Madison sleeps with men who identify as being straight and they don't identify as gay, I can't tell nobody what they identify as. I know what I identify as and I know who I sleep with. And honestly, outside of that, it's really not my fucking business. So I didn't understand. I guess I didn't pay attention to it being a big deal that T.S. Madison said that she sleeps with straight men. I probably made some jokes about it, just like I made some jokes about EJ Johnson, just like I made some jokes about Young M.A. But I don't think it was that deep for me. So I didn't know that's where this whole thing started, right? So that's where this whole thing started. So for over a year, T.S. Madison has been fighting, not just with the DL Whisperer, but, y'all know all the stuff that has been going on with T.S. Madison and the trolls and the things, and, oh, she don't like black women and this, and this. And when she said when she did her interview with Jason Lee, which I didn't watch the whole thing, I watched parts of it, she said to him that he has a responsibility to not only show the bad, but to also highlight the good. And I do think there's a responsibility on media to not always show when people are at their worst, but show when people are at their best. Like, and I understood the point that she was making. Like, look, you always show when I'm cussing out a woman and it becomes T.S. Madison hates black women. But are you showing when I get these awards? Are you showing when I'm getting proclamations and it's T.S. Madison Day and when BET is honoring me? Like, am I getting the same amount of press? Am I getting the press when I'm protecting black women or defending black women? It's kind of like when y'all say how Funky Dineva hates black women, but he only go after black women. He'll never go after men. But I know for a fact that Funky Dineva has cussed out men. Now, some might say, well, he a little bit louder when it's a woman. Maybe. And so it got to be a real good, and she was talking about how when Young M.A. said, what's up, King Payne? Hey, boo. When Young M.A. said, hey, I date straight women. I don't date gay women. I date women who identify as straight. Me and them date, and when me and them break up, they go back to dating men. And she was like, nobody had any smoke when Young M.A. said it. Nobody had any smoke. And I remember when she posted that on her social media, and we talked about it. We talked about it over here because I played the clip for y'all, and we had a conversation about it. And she was just like, she said she was talking about how angry she was that not that I think she wanted Young M.A. to be attacked like she was attacked, but how angry she was that nobody seemed to have a problem when Young M.A. said it. So it was kind of like, why was it such an issue when I said it? Like, what is the word for that? Like, what is the, is it misogyny? Is it transphobia? Like, what was the word that people had such an issue when it was T.S. Madison saying, hey, I don't date gay men. I date straight men. Versus when Young M.A. said it, I feel like even EJ Johnson got some smoke. But with EJ Johnson, because he added the thing about being the prettiest woman in the room or something along those lines, I think people latched on to that comment more so than, because people did talk about EJ Johnson because we talked about it. But I don't think EJ Johnson got the venom that T.S. Madison got. Let me say this too. And I think the biggest thing, and we passed the mic and some people shared their feelings and where it came from and why it's there. But my personal opinion on why T.S. got that venom, and this is a general statement. This is a general statement. So if it don't apply, if it don't apply to you, let it fly. I think the reason is because Black women have such a phobia of a DL man. We have been taught to be afraid of that DL man, as if that DL man is going to do something to us. And I hate to be the one to tell y'all. I really Hey, come here. Black women, I need y'all to hear something. I really need y'all to hear what I'm getting ready to say to y'all, because I'm probably about to really blow some of y'all's mind. I hate to be the one to tell y'all, but y'all probably have slept with a man who slept with a man. Y'all have probably slept with a man who, at the very least, has experimented with a man. I hate to be the one to tell y'all that. I just hate to be the one to tell y'all that. So when a T.S. Madison, who a lot of black women, and again, I'm talking from a black woman perspective because that's what I am. I'm a black woman. When a lot of black women, I don't agree, thousands of black women have been infected with the 3 letters because of DL man, we should be afraid. No, thousands of women have been affected by those 3 letters because they don't protect themselves. Thousands of women have gotten those 3 letters, that house in Virginia, because they don't protect themselves. Because let's be clear, we're going to wipe away the phobia that disease is a gay man's disease. See, that's part of the problem. Y'all are still living in 1985 when y'all were taught that that was a gay man's disease. I hate to be the one to tell you, but women contract STDs from straight men. And at the end of the day, you're not protecting yourself. It doesn't matter. It could be the House of Virginia. It could be chlamydia. It could be gonorrhea. It could be all of these other things. That's on you. That's not on him. T.S. Madison talked about that last night too. Let me tell y'all something. T.S. Madison said the entire time that she was doing sex work, she never contracted a STD. The entire time that she was doing sex work, she never contracted a STD. She contracted a STD when she was in a relationship dating somebody, because she let her guard down and started having unprotected sex because she thought she was dating this person and that's what they was doing. You understand what I'm saying? So I hear you, but that's part of the problem. We have, and again, when I say we, I ain't talking about me. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that this applies to. We are still holding on to that stereotype that this is a gay man's disease, and it's not anymore. Not in 2026 is not. Nope. How many, and y'all ain't got to answer in the chat because y'all ain't got to tell me y'all personal business, but how many of y'all are still requiring somebody to get tested before you have sex with them? Protected or unprotected? How many people are still going and saying, hey, let me tell you something. I was dating this guy last year. It didn't go far. It didn't go far. But I was dating this guy last year. And probably after our 3rd or 4th conversation, he sent me his medical records. He emailed me. No, he sent them to me on my phone. He texted them to me. And it was his whole breakdown. And I was like, oh, damn, okay. I wasn't even mad about it. And I really wasn't offended, even though I wasn't into it. We weren't having sex. But I wasn't mad about it. I was like, okay, I can respect that. You know what I mean? Because I'm too old for games. You're dating, you're going to have sex. I can't speak for y'all. I'm going to speak for me. If we get to a certain point, baby, we're going to have sex. So I'm not mad about it. And so that's part of Cheryl said, that's a date for me. I know we going to the doctor together. Exactly. I remember a guy told me that one time too. He was like, listen, he said, man, you gonna go, he said, you know, before this go to the next level, man, you gonna go down here to the clinic. He said, we're gonna walk hand in hand. I remember I'll never forget, he said, we're gonna walk hand in hand down to the clinic. And this was years ago, child. This was years ago. So I'm saying we have to, like, I think DL men remind women of the terrible stereotype of black women being strong, manly, not feminine. It somehow reflects on us, which it doesn't. Right, it doesn't. It doesn't. And let's be clear, gay men come in all shapes, sizes, or bisexual men, whatever they identify. I don't know. Whatever people identify as, they come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. They come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. So, you know, I refuse to accept that mindset that DL men are spreading something. Now, are men who are not honest with their partner about who they are and what they do, is there a level of deceit in that? Sure, that's a different conversation, though. That's a different conversation. Ooh, how many women use PrEP to protect themselves? Ooh, you better say it again for the people in the bag. You better say it again for the people in the bag. Mm, 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 mm. So it was a really, so when I say it was different, was it a good show? Absolutely. I had a good time. Y'all know I took my picture with TS and we had a good conversation as always. That's one thing about TS Madison. TS Madison gonna talk to her people. She's gonna talk to her people. When the great thing about last night was not as many people got the meet and greet as like when I'm used to, baby, I'm used to being in that meet and greet line for a good 45 minutes to an hour. Like, cause TS gonna talk to everybody. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I have patience because I know I'm gonna get that same attention when I go up there to talk to her. I'm gonna get that same attention. Thank you, Raven. James took that picture. VIH is also rampant in nursing homes. Yeah, baby, them people get up in them nursing homes. Okay. James was there. Yeah, James was there. Lady Couture was there. I wish Maddie would come to Louisville. The biggest thing is she has to go somewhere where she know there's gonna be an audience, and I think that might have. Well, I can't speak for her about why the hesitation, because and also like people have to like the Louisville people got to reach out and say, hey, we want you to come, we want you here. The Louisville people, they got to say, hey, TS, y'all need to flood her inbox, flood her chat. Because the people from Pittsburgh been asking for a minute. And listen, it was a full room. It was a full room, and it was a mixed crowd. Like I said, it was definitely a mixed crowd, but it was a full room. You used to being in the meet and greet line talking to talking to people in your head. Shut up, El Steady. Boy, you talk to somebody in your head one time and won't nobody let you forget it. Child, you eat an edible one time and don't nobody let you forget it. Child, they ain't gonna never let me forget that one. Evie and El Teddy ain't gonna never let me forget that one, child. But it was a good show, but it was different because it really did become a conversation. And again, I think, because me and James was talking about this on the way home, and I said, I really feel like this situation with the DL Whisperer really affected Maddie. And this is the first show, because the Philadelphia show, I think, was before the court date. Was it before court or was it after court? So maybe this was the second show. I'd have to look at the dates. I feel like Philly was before, and then the court date, and then Pittsburgh, but I'm not sure. But so I think last night she had a chance to exhale a little bit and really, because she didn't really dwell on the DL Whisperer. Like, she didn't give him that kind of time, but she did speak on how that situation really affected her and the anger. She said, she was very clear. She was like, I was angry. She said, I was very angry because nobody else got the smoke I got. And I just don't understand why. You know, I just don't. You're going to miss the New York show because that's the day of my knee surgery. Yes. And you do what you're supposed to do and sit that knee up, ma'am. I'm going to have to call and check on you and make sure. Even though you told me you was going to do what you were supposed to do. You told me you was going to do what you were supposed to do. You did tell me that. Yes, we're definitely sending Miss Powerful positive vibes, child. Powerful going to be in there giving them doctors a hard time because that's what she do. That's what she do. But it was just, I mean, at one point I felt like I was getting ready to cry. because she was being real raw last night. Like, and y'all know TS don't. I mean, she does, but she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? She was being real raw last night, and you know, she put up a good point. She said, you know, people always say, well, just don't respond, just don't respond, just don't respond. And she was like, well, first of all, this is what I do. My job is in social media. I do social media. So I respond where I am. This is what I do. And she said, you know, people were like, well, Beyonce doesn't respond. Just be like Beyonce. And she was like, Beyonce absolutely responds. She just responds to her music because that's what she does. She is a musician. And if y'all pay attention, Beyonce absolutely responds to y'all. She just don't respond like come down on. She don't do the Tamar thing. But like, for example, look. I don't even think people understood the subtlety of what Beyonce does. When y'all was questioning Jay-Z's dread situation, his wigs, and whether they really were real and how they did it, what they do? What they do? They released a whole video with Beyonce giving y'all a voiceover, breaking down what happened. I'm sorry. Hello? That's a response. Did Beyonce have to come down here and be like, yeah, I don't know why y'all questioning my man, blah, 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 blah. No, she didn't have to do all of that. What she do? She responded. And so she said, you know, when I open up, she said, I can't even enjoy social media the way I want to enjoy social media because every time I open up my phone, it's hate. It's misgendering. It's calling me out my name. It's threats. It's threats. Shut up, Scotty. Beyonce just doesn't respond like Billy B. Don't worry about how I respond. Don't worry about how I respond, Scotty. Right. Of course, stuff goes down when there's $1 million in the elevator. Absolutely. Beyonce absolutely responds to y'all. She just does it in her music because that's what she is. She's a musician. So T.S. Madison does social media. She's on social media. So she responds in that way. And she's from Dade County. So you gonna get the Dade County. I mean, you're gonna get that. I mean, look at El Teddy. Look at Funky Dineva. Look at Kaya. Them Florida people will be. Know what I'm saying? Them Florida people. Here comes So Jack. Here he comes. With the bees. Here he come with the bees in the chat. So I think, where are they going next? I don't know where they're going. I can't keep up with their schedule, but it's online. They're gonna be in New York. When they're gonna be in New York, Powerful? Because your surgery is this week, right? Because I thought your surgery was in June, so it must be this week coming up. Oh no, Cajun. I think Cajun. I think if you had to cut somebody out, I think you know how to do it, player. I feel like the TSA has either increased or I'm noticing it more. It's a shame either way. I think it's increased. I think it's a conversation. I think it's a combination. I think because her star is rising, I think it's becoming more noticeable. But this situation with the Dio Whisperer was just ridiculous. And the fact that there are people still defending this man, I don't know what else y'all want. Like it really pisses me off when I see people defend bad behavior. Like, this man went to this woman's house and threatened to unalive her. I don't know how anybody can defend that. I don't know how anybody can defend that. This woman literally, this man drove the 30th. Okay, so they're gonna be in New York this week. This man, okay, they're gonna be in Baltimore July the 3rd. Oh, I might go because that's my birth. That's the day after my birthday. I might go. The Informed. I have to see if you said you go on the Informed. I might have to see if there are any more tickets. Is it sold out? Is the Baltimore show sold out? This administration has made people come out more, in my opinion. You know, this administration has definitely made people more comfortable in their hate. Now, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah. And the fact that there are people still defending him, acting like he ain't do nothing wrong, acting like TS was wrong, and it's just crazy. And then like even Tasha K was talking about that this was never about T.S. Madison. It was about Dominique. Well, then why was he threatening T.S. Madison? Like, my birthday is July the 2nd. My birthday is next week, baby. We're going to do the birthday party on, I think, July the 1st. Because I'm not going to Atlanta now. So, Tawana, you said you just checked? You just look. Are they sold out? You on the 5th? Oh, okay, Cancer. My Cancer sister. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think I have to look and see when I'm gonna schedule it. It's either gonna be on July the 1st, because now I don't know what I'm doing next week. So I have to figure it out. But it'll be, I think I'm gonna do my birthday party on July the 1st. No, Scotty, I just found out today. I'm gonna call you in a minute. No, oh, Baltimore sold out? Damn. Oh well. I can't be mad. I mean, I can't be mad that it's sold out. I can't be mad. But it was a good show. I mean, as always, if T.S. Madison, Craig, and the crew, Chi Chi was there last night. Like I said, Miss Mary was there. If they are coming to a town near you, y'all need to get it together. Y'all need to go. What you waiting for? What's the problem? What's the problem? What we waiting for? I'm sick of Tasha K too, and I don't even listen to that. Ooh, not that gutter snipe. Ooh. Baby, child, I can't. Y'all know I don't even really watch her. Only reason why I know she said anything is because I was looking at Conscious TV and he was talking about it. And I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. Oh Lord, there they go arguing. When will you get your money's worth? You gonna get your money's worth. Let me tell y'all something. There have been times when my stomach is hurting laughing at them because they are crazy and they have really great chemistry. Really, really great chemistry. Baby, last night started off with a hoot with Mo talking about some what's up Baltimore. Like that's how the show started last night. And everybody was like, Baltimore? I'm sorry, where do you think you are, Mo? Then Mo was gonna try to argue with the people that he didn't say Baltimore. Mo, well, how you gonna argue with us that you didn't say Baltimore, sir? You absolutely said Baltimore. So I just wanted to say that, like I said, y'all know I usually give y'all a review, and that's a review. Like the show was a great show. I laughed. They did their if you ever been to a live show, you know that they always do Save Your Fave or One Gotta Go. So they did Save Your Fave last night. So they did Pittsburgh, people from Pittsburgh. So they had Phyllis Hyman, which people didn't know Phyllis Hyman was from Pittsburgh. They had Billy Porter, which most people know Billy Porter's from Pittsburgh. Wiz Khalifa, Christina Aguilera, which some people didn't know Christina Aguilera was from Pittsburgh. Who's the other? They had somebody named Daya up there. I don't know her. I don't know Daya. And so then they had to add Phyllis Hyman. They had to add George Benson, and they added somebody else. Some dude, Jimmy Wapo or something. I don't know who that is. But that was fun. That was fun. If you've been to a live show, you know how they do Save Your Fave. If you've never been to a live show, you need to go so you can see how they do it. But that was fun. Yeah, honey, Christina Aguilera is from Pittsburgh. She's from like a suburb outside of Pittsburgh, but child, you know she's from Pittsburgh, you know. Yeah, James was there. Me and James was there last night. It was funny because we weren't sitting together. because you know I got my ticket separate because I didn't know I was coming, so we weren't sitting together, but we were there, and James came over to my table and we were talking, you know, yada 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 yada. And when he walked away, it was like these two women, and they were like, you could tell they were like, is that him? Is that him? I think that's him. I said, James Caldwell, Treasure. They were like, yeah. I said, that's him. I said, he'll come back over. He'll be back over here. So when he came back over, I said, James, these ladies wanted to speak to you. So that was cool. That was cool. The only Wiz Khalifa song I know is Black and Yellow. That is it. That is all. I can't tell you not another Wiz Khalifa song. And even then, all I can tell you is Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow. I can't tell you nothing else. Not let's all throw rocks at the Who Locks, Lord. Yeah, nobody tried to say Wiz Khalifa. They tried to say Phyllis Hyman, which they say George Benson. The guy that got up and did George Benson was good because Maddie didn't know certain songs were George Benson songs. So he sang. What are the 3 songs he did? He did the On Broadway song. And when he started singing that, what Maddie was like, and Craig was like, yeah, you didn't know that was George Benson, did you? And then, so he did good. There was a guy that saved Christina Aguilera. He did good. And then Phyllis Hyman. You know we was going to save Phyllis Hyman, child. We was going to save Phyllis Hyman. Okay. They say that like on Broadway. That song. I don't know all the words. That was one of your audition songs? Okay, so do you know it? Okay, what's up, Brandon? Okay, I thought you were asking the song, so you know the song. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all, we about to head over to... Is El Teddy going live? We about to head over to El Teddy's house, y'all. I just came to pop in. I'm not sure what all we getting into tonight. Me and James are gonna link up in a little while. I'm not sure all that we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something, honey. We're gonna get into something. As a theater girl on Broadway is one of my faves. Okay. So I'll be back home tomorrow. I know I owe y'all everything. Did y'all know Ladies of London has been canceled? And I got a little tea. Allegedly, the reason, well, you know, Bravo puts it on pause. It hasn't been canceled, just on pause. But allegedly, the reason why Ladies of London is on pause is because Margot has threatened to sue because she didn't like her edit, honey. She didn't like her edit. So she was threatening to sue. I said, okay then. So anyway, but there is going to be a Real Housewives of London. So I'm sure there'll be cameos from all of the people. But anyway, so I know I owe y'all everything. So when I get back tomorrow, we'll just have to boom, 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 boom. I have Raising Kanan, Gen X, Bell Collective, Heart and Hustle Houston. So I will get caught up, child. We're going to do the best we can. All right. With that being said, I'm about to get out of here. Let's head on over to El Teddy's house, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace. If I can hit the button.